So you heard about the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 packing method. So that's 5 tops, 4 bottoms, 3 shoes, 2 layers, and then you have 1 wildcard. So you want to know if it actually holds up before you actually commit to this packing style before a trip. So I've traveled carry-on only for over a decade, and here is the honest answer. Yes, it does work. But there is one part that almost nobody else explains, and it's the part that actually decides whether this is going to work for your specific trip. So, first, full credit where it's due. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is genuinely a good formula. That's 15 pieces to combine. It gives you dozens of outfit options from such a small pile. And that's real, and it's not a marketing claim at all. You have definitely a lot of option, and it doesn't like restrict you to the point where you have to start washing like instantly either. So if you've seen people test this, maybe around the web or something, and they've reported back that it works, you can actually believe them because it actually does work. Here's the thing that's missing though. The numbers were never really meant to be absolutely fixed, and nobody else is going to tell you to move them around. And what actually does belong in that very vague, one spot that everybody just calls a wild card here. So let me share the actual rule here with you. So we can actually scale this up and down quite a bit as well. So for a weekend trip or like a super lightweight travel tip, such as I like to do, you can scale this down to, instead of doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you just do 3, 2, 1. So that's 3 tops, 2 bottoms, and 1 layer. Because the full formula becomes a little bit too much for such a short period, unless you really want a lot of clothing options that you're not going to wear specifically on a weekend trip, right? I think for 1 to 2 weeks, the standard 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is the real sweet spot for this type of packing. And on top of this, at around the week mark, that's also a really powerful point to start washing clothes, since you are able to keep your bag size down to like carry on while still getting all the benefits of having all those different types of outfits that you rewash, right? But of course, you can scale this up and even make it last longer without washing if you want to. Or if you're like one of those, what should I say, like girly girls that really likes to have options. Like some of my students are, for example, you could scale this up the other direction. So you could like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that would be, for example, 6 tops, 5 bottoms, 4 shoes, 3 layers, and then I have 2 accessories, and can make the last one climate essential for your specific climate. I'd personally say that 4 pairs of shoes is quite a lot, but I do know that there are people that really enjoys having all those shoe options. So for the 1 slot, this isn't meant to be like a junk drawer category for whatever you couldn't fit in any of the other categories. It's meant to be exactly one thing for your specific trip that nothing else in the formula really covers. So think, for example, like a swimsuit or a nice hat for a beach trip, or maybe you have a special coat that you like to bring if it's a little bit of a colder destination. One specific accessory that fits one specific occasion, or if you have like a specific reason else that you need it as well. I think it's fun, and it really does keep the theme of this whole number count, right? That's kind of what makes it fun, I think, personally, anyway. One honest note, though, this formula is built for a normal trip, right? So a very standardized, like a vacation, for example. You can definitely adjust it, but I think for trips such as skiing, like a formal business trip, or anything else really with specialized gear, this definitely needs some adaptation beyond the standard numbers. And I won't pretend it's otherwise either. And let's be real, it's totally okay to break the rules. If you have something you want, that is more or less in each category, right? So you could take, for example, some of the shoes off and put that to, for example, another top. I think that's cool personally, but it does break the rules. Um, Definitely make sure that you don't take this as sort of a license to like balloon up the numbers, because it's very easy once you start breaking the rules to go into that kind of I may need this, but if I allow myself to need this, then I probably need these 10 other things too, right? Uh, and then like what was the point in the packing methods to begin with? So some leeway, I think it's great, but just be careful. But I guess at the end of the day, boxing ourselves in is the last thing we really want to do when we're out traveling, right? But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I think it's a fun way to gamify packing for sure, and it can definitely help you if you're a newer packer. And yeah, and you remember that Sudoku method that I talked about earlier? I definitely think 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is a lot better than the Sudoku method for sure. So if you're going to pick one or the other that are kind of these fun kind of packing methods, definitely go with this one, even if it's at the scale down level. So really quick, I also want to tell you about my personal space saving travel packing method. It has this exact scaling logic, but it's a lot more detailed and like granular. But it does work for whatever you're going. If it's a weekend standard trip, if it's a long extended trip that lasts for months, it's all built into a system that goes from step 1 to 10. So you never really have to guess which version of the formula you should use for your trip. Is it the 3 to 1? Blah, 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 blah. No, and you also don't have to guess at what you should bolt on top of that. You can check that out in the link below the video if you want to learn more about that. But yeah, in short, the method definitely works. And now that you know how to size it up and down, and that it's okay to break the rules a little bit to fit your needs, I hope you're really gonna take it to the next level with your packing here. Anyway, more of this is coming very soon in the future. I'm having a lot of fun recording this. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.